Quick update.
After a teensy little fire in the engine of my 1970 Beetle, ideally I have until Thursday after March 1st to start moving this car, which means it has to be running. All the wires and tubes were melted, so I am in the process of replacing all of the wires and tubes and everything else. Now, I can play the fun game where we push it back and forth from one side of the street to the other, but I also threw my back out. So pushing it from one side of the street isn't a great idea. Yesterday, I managed to replace these wires that run from here into this taillight. Somehow, I need to figure out how to get this wire that is supposed to go all the way across to this taillight behind this thing right here. All the way across there. Pulling it across probably wouldn't be that hard, but it comes out in a couple of little spots. So I have to get it across and have it pop through holes, which I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet. And there does not appear to be any way to pull that. It's something like really thick cardboard or like tarboard, but it's stiff enough that it doesn't bend super well, and there is no removing it without removing the engine first, which I can't really do because I'm parked on the street. Today, I managed to replace this and this, which are the harnesses that go to the left headlight and the right. The problem is that there was a little rubber tube that connected from the sort of inside of the hood into this little compartment where the headlight goes. That rubber tube was under the wheel well. Oh, and 50-something years old. You can't really see it, but when I tried to feed the wires through this rubber tube, it cracked. And the set of wires that I bought to replace all this, while pretty comprehensive, did not include a new one of those rubber hoses. So I'm going to have to order one of those now. Probably two of them, because my guess is when I try to do the other one, it's going to crack too. 50-year-old rubber, not that flexible. So I started to wire up the harnesses for the blinkers, but they also have wire tubes they have to go through, so I figure I'm going to have the same problem there as well. But this is probably my sunniest and warmest day, so I need to keep fighting through and get some stuff done. So I'm not stopping. Just have to figure out my next step. Anyway, if you want to follow along, it should be interesting. We will see if I can get this guy running, or at least get the wiring intact by next week. Also, if anybody lives in my neighborhood, and you probably recognize it if you do, and wants to help me push it next week, hit me up.